bike, even though it has, well, it's not really a small bike. And look, they're not bad. They feel, I forgot, it doesn't have a quick shifter. I keep forgetting. Come on, people, get the hell out of the way. I'm riding here, I'm riding. Well, hello there in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel. And today, well, we have a treat. We're gonna finally get to ride one of these beautiful Scramblers from Ducati. Now, these bikes are great for everybody, that's what they say. Beginners, experienced riders. So let's see how it's like to ride. If it's ride. If it's just as good as the old school monsters that had that type of engine, and let's see. It looks beautiful. Has Brembo brakes. It has these tires that are like, I don't know, I think it's more aesthetics thing, because you're not really taking this bike off-road, maybe on a little trail. And this is, I believe, the night shift version of the Scrambler. Well, I have the key here. Let's take it for a ride. All right. So the first thing you're gonna notice is that this key is not the key to this bike. No, this is a monster key. All right, so let's stop this recording and let me record that.
So it's new. It's new computer, new integration, and then the transmission and the engine is all upgraded, geared differently, new transmission. So it's a lot smoother, a little bit more pep to it. And then you've got the connectivity options now, which you didn't previously with the Scramblers.
All right, so let's try that one more again. Let's try that one more time. Okay, now we finally have the right key. And the first thing you're gonna notice is that this bike is very light. And it is the Icon. Has a little bit of lag.
Can you share your videos on our website?
Sure.
To help us?
Of course.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. So let us see. And this lovely little bike. I love it. I love it. I mean, just by sitting on it, and it's just so easy to move and move around. Now, I'm gonna start comparing this bike maybe unfairly to some of the other naked bikes that I've ridden before. And just by that little movement alone, you can see that the suspension is soft and that it doesn't turn as easy like, let's say, a Triumph Street Triple. But I should be comparing it more to like something, I guess, like the Trident. All right, let's see. All right, this one does not have a quick shifter. And it is the Icon series, or the Icon Scrambler from the Scrambler series. So what they do is they have a whole bunch of different iterations of this Scrambler model. So Ducati even has a different website for the Scramblers. Now, I just ridden my friend's, well, not just recently, but I did ride my friend Francois' Ducati Monster, the Monster Plus, and that bike is a lot better than this one. I mean, this is a fun bike, and it's pretty nimble and pretty easy to move, but it feels a little bit less premium and a little bit less easy to ride. I mean, it's not a hard bike. A beginner can start on this bike, don't get me wrong. Just have to be careful because it is very smooth. You're not going to get in trouble right away, like hitting a bump and then it's so snatchy, because it's not. It's pretty smooth. It's very easy to ride, but it does have some power up top. But the Monster felt, I mean, I felt a lot more in control right away. That Monster felt a lot like the Street Triple. This bike has a low seat, so beginners can actually get on and put both feet planted on the ground. So this bike, it's a very simple bike, and I think that's what makes it great. There's nothing here that is missing, but there's nothing here that you need, but there's nothing extra either. The levers feel good. They have adjustability. Everything feels, it doesn't feel like, oh, it screams premium quality Ducati engineering or whatever, but nothing here says cheap. The mirrors, the buttons here, everything feels like very well put together, and everything is very well designed. Now, if you like the design of this bike, I think that tells you everything. This is the type of bike it is. The clutch is very smooth, so that's another good thing for beginners. The tank is very narrow, so you can feel that you're riding a small bike, even though it has, well, it's not really a small bike. And look, I'm not even giving it the beans. I mean, it does have some pep, so you won't really struggle to get out of traffic, and it can go on the freeway no problem. But just like any other naked bike, you're going to feel the wind right on top of you. And this bike has a very relaxed position. All right, so it's not a sporty bike. It's just a standard bike, and it's what a bike should be. You don't need a lot. The only thing I need now on a bike is a quick shifter. I do need a quick shifter because I'm spoiled. Now, would I buy this bike and would I put it on the list? It's a big maybe, because I am enjoying this bike, but I would have to have too many bikes before this, because I would rather have the Monster than this one. So even though that's the price difference right there, boom, I think the Monster is just a better all-around package. But that's just the way I ride. I like bikes to be a little bit more sporty, because this suspension is just too soft in my taste. Ooh, be careful with this dude. Okay, so let's go back. I would love to take all these bikes on twisties, because that's where you actually know how these bikes handle, the brakes are really good. Ducati always does that. They put great brakes on their bikes. Even though this bike is built supposedly on a budget, that the Scrambler lineup is the budget line. It's like Money from Armani, the Scrambler for Ducati. But look, even with the soft suspension, when it dropped the bike, it just feels very good. And those knobby tires, they're not bad. They feel, oh, I forgot, it doesn't have a quick shifter. I keep forgetting. Come on, people, get the hell out of the way. I'm riding here, I'm riding. Oh. Well, what else can we talk about this bike? So, the dash, it's another thing. It's there, right? Everything is functional on this bike. I think as a beginner bike, it'd be great, because it's not overly powerful, but powerful enough to scare you, to learn how to ride and have some respect for the bike, right? And then it's such a good bike and it's so beautiful that you want to keep it. So it's a good investment. Buy this bike, keep it, and you're always going to have fun, right? Even if you're an experienced rider, you're going to have a lot of fun on this bike. And then, well, you can, as I said, you can keep it for commuting. It's a great bike for commuting because it's so easy to maneuver, so light, and you can get in between the cars, and it's just a very, very good bike. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with Ducatis. This is the 4th Ducati I've ridden in my life, I believe, maybe 4th, 5th, but it does feel like a Ducati. It doesn't feel, because you see how it's called Scrambler Ducati. It's not a Ducati Scrambler. So it's like the Yamaha Star lineup. They try to do it like, okay, it's not really a Ducati, just in case somebody says, oh, but it's not a Ducati. It is. It has Brembo brakes. It has great suspension. It has that engine that has a lot of character. I mean, come on, guys. Who can say it's not? And it's so beautiful. That's something that the Italians do better than anybody else. I have this friend who has other friends, and they just get together because they have Italian bikes, right? Italian bikes and Italian cars. I don't think there's any other country where you can have a group like that would make sense. Like, oh, we have a whole group of people who, release the clutch there. As you see, if you release the clutch and make a mistake, no problem. The bike didn't stand on it didn't do it 12 o'clock. So, yeah. What was I talking about? I forgot. And I'm lost again. Alright, so I definitely need to start concentrating on where I am. So what was I talking about? I forgot. But anyway, this bike is great for commuting. Let's check out the gas mileage to see if I am right or not. Because, well, that's maybe where the trouble comes to the paradise, because there are other bikes that are they're going to feel just as peppy and are going to have better gas mileage because they have smaller capacity engines. And I'm talking about bikes like the XSR 700 and bikes like the Kawasaki C650 RS. What other bikes are in the competition for this bike? The Triumph Speed Twin 900. But from all those bikes that I'm mentioning, I think this one has the better character, and I think this is the easiest one to ride too. Okay, so we still have one more stop light to go, and I hate to do this, but I have to. Yeah, because I'm not staying in the traffic there because it's just too much. Too much. Let's get in front of these cars. So you see, this is what I'm talking about for commuting. Great bike. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you liked the video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. If you don't like the video, well, share it with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. We didn't want to go that slow.